Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the year again. It is assessment time. I'm not going with the whole recording thing again because, to be completely honest, that was far too stressful. So I'm keeping it simple this time. Who else has got that many tabs on their regs book? I'm not sure if that helps or hinders. I've actually got a feeling that it hinders to have so many tabs on a regs book. I'll give you a brief tour of what I've got on the table here. It's actually changed a little bit because everything used to be on paper, but now obviously we're a bit more digital. So I'll go through some of what I've done to get ready. That's actually a new one. This isn't strictly a requirement for your exam, but that's quite a tasty, refreshing drink. The flowers, actually. I was trying to I had a sort of a point where I was trying to turn my hand sort of horticulturalism. As you can see, it has not gone very well. They're sort of dead, you know. All right. Anyway, gone off piste there. Now, yes, back to what I was saying. They love books. That's sort of the thing. That's sort of the key thing I've learned. They love books and all this sort of shit. So, fire alarm systems, emergency lighting. Electricity at work, that is a requirement. You do need that one. I'll condense it down briefly. It basically says if you have an accident, it's your fault because you're a thick twat. That's basically what that book says. Inspection and testing, you'll need that one. The new on-site guide and the new blue book. They were 150 quid I paid from Edmondson's for both of those. 150 quid. That's the problem. When you get credit accounts, you just buy stuff. Because I just walked in, I said, can I have a copy of the regs book and the on-site guide? Yeah, threw it over the counter. Bill came through the post a couple of days later, 150 quid. Electric vehicle charging, because I'm now an OLEV approved installer doofer thing. Apparently you need that as well, so I just printed it off the internet, part jizz. That one, and yeah, obviously very up to the minute health and safety statement. It's such bollocks, but I mean they need this because it's just a tick box exercise. But they're like, how can you please present us a copy of your health and safety statement? Well, I mean, no one cares. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, twin flex train, various certificates, bits and pieces, yada yada yada. Tough book. Not that I'm going to need that. Yes, and hopefully, with any luck, this will be the last year I do an assessment from home because I need an office. I want an office space. I want somewhere to work from because this just isn't practical what I'm doing anymore. I've got a new assessor this year, James. I don't know. James, his name is. I've never had him before, so I'm a little bit nervous about that. By the time you watch this, I'll actually already have done the assessment, so hopefully, all being well, it'll have passed. Everybody, good morning. Thank you for tuning back in. Welcome back to the channel. This is actually the final day. I'm hoping it's going to be the final day. It depends how well I get on today. I might have to come back later in the week, but I'm hoping this will be the final day of this job, which I've been working on, this little house over in Marylebone, which I've been rewiring. So I'll walk you around now quickly. Okay, so as you remember, the front door was there. That's now the fuse board, more or less finished. I've still got to do a bit of testing and stuff, but essentially it's basically there. In here is the bedroom, which has come on a lot since you saw it. Floor, skirting, that's all on now. I'll turn it on quickly just so you can see, but you do get that flicker, I'm afraid. But you get an idea of it. And that I've got to run, the only thing I've got there to do is a bit of galv pipe's got to go along there to a socket somewhere about there. A bathroom, actually, I'll show you that. Sorry about the flicker, there's not a lot I can do with that adjusting the frame rate, and I'm not doing that now. That up there was the bathroom, that's the 12 volts transformer for the fan, the isolator. I've got to put a blank plate there because I fucked up. I thought there's a stud just here and I thought they were on this side. So I've got to put a fucking box, that's it. I've got to put a dry lining box. It's been a long morning. It's Monday, so I've got to put a box there with blank plate on. Job done. So that's the little kitchen in the end. That's how it came out. I've just got a bit of LED strip. You can see it there. I'm just running a bit of LED strip in under here. But let me get this LED strip on. Back in a sec. You need to be a contortionist to do this job, I think. Yeah, there's a definite flexibility you have to be able to do this job. What the fuck was that? I'd say that's about that. So I did pass my NIC inspection. That was another year. There were a lot of people that were like, I don't know why you're worrying about it. They need the money, they'll pass you. I'm not a huge ambassador of the NIC, okay, but I'm pretty sure they don't just pass people for money. A couple of people were asking what software I use for the certificates and stuff. I'm actually just I tend to use the NIC's ones. There, when you log into their portal and stuff, you can use their certificates. I'm using those, but I'm not a great lover because I'm just not convinced they're actually that on a phone, on a mobile phone. They're nigh on impossible to use, which is why I got this Toughbook, just to try to. So I've got like a mobile computer essentially. Which does make it easier, but they are still a bit of a faff. So I'm trying to find a new software that's just a bit more user-friendly. So if anyone's got any recommendations, do me a favour and leave it in the comments below. I'm just trying to go through and just do the testing, which I haven't done yet. Right, so that's calibrated. Those ones up there, for anybody wondering, these ones are not being used. There was one for the they're both actually for the bathroom, but neither of them are being used. They're just spare. So I've just stripped them just so I can do a bit of testing, and I'll just pop them. What I will do is I'll feed them into the board and I'll just coil them up in the corner here for the second. But they're actually just for future use if he ever wants an electric powered toilet. It's just the little 6mm feed, the 1mm feed for it. All right, let's do our end-to-ends on the kitchen. 0.15. How about neutral? 0.15, good. Now, we can probably calculate what the CPC will be. What's that? 0.15 times by 1.67. So we're looking for 0.25. So we should, theoretically, have 0.25. 0.26. I'd say that's near enough. Okay. You can actually buy little kits to do this. I should buy one, actually. Right, welcome back. Garage. You saw this a couple of weeks back, actually about a month, probably over a month ago now, actually, since I was last working in here. That was a fuse board we fitted a couple of months back, sort of 6-8 weeks ago. This pipe work's all gone in now, so new tray's gone in, new pipe work, yada yada yada. And now I'm basically wiring these. I'm wiring these sockets up now. You haven't actually seen back here in this little room. It's quite interesting. All this tray is new. That's all now gone in. These sockets, they're all new. That's all now gone in. So this has all got to be wired. There's an internet server rack and stuff. That all needs a supply. These lights all need to, this is all coming down here in the middle, this new tray, that all went in. Boiler, fridge, freezer and all that jazz over there, that all needs supplies, which I'm putting in a minute. Obligatory sweets and crisps, very important. So yeah, give me 5 minutes, let me just get started because I want to try and get a bit of a wiggle on here. Let me get started, back in a sec. Dave's still doing his 18th edition, so I'm working on my own. I've got to be honest, pulling cable on your own is a bit of a faff, I'll be honest. These little things, these bush spanners from CK, I'll leave a link to it on the screen somewhere now. These are fab if you're pulling in cables and you want to tighten them up if you're doing like twin or singles or something. These are really good because they just hook into the side of the bush like that, and then you can tighten them up rather than, you know, when you use a set of grips or something like you've seen me do before. Yeah, they're just handy. You just pop it in like that and then you can just tighten it up. Just makes life, you know, infinitely easier. Fabulous. All right. So these here are the old sockets which are coming out, and this is the new galv pipe that's gone in, and I've got to connect these up first, then I can disconnect these ones here. One of the things actually that I do find as a handy tip, if you're pulling in cables through these galv pipes and stuff, rather than cutting the end square like that, if you cut it like that on an angle, I just find when it gets to the end with the bush and coupler, I find it just pushes through easier if you've got it like that. Yeah, this knee pad, it's quite a cool bit of kit. You just, you know, you can just roll around like this, and it's nice and soft on the knees as well. It's quite good actually. You just push yourself wherever you want to go. Hello. As I was saying, this is quite cool because you just put your tools on it and you just wheel yourself away. What was the name of the, you know, in Tango and Cash, the film? And Cash walks into the, or is it Tango? He walks into the nightclub and the sister's on the, and she's dancing on the pole. She's a stripper on the pole. And this was playing. What was the name of that woman? She was hot. She was really cute. Fuck, what was her name? I can't remember. Put it in the comments below. I can't remember who it was. Tango and Cash. So yeah, there will be the second MK board going here because there's got to be the pair of contactors for the ovens upstairs and all the utility, fridge, freezer, internet, this garage door. That will be going on separate. He just wants everything broken down on separate circuits. Because a lot of people were asking why there's so many circuits for what's basically a small townhouse. Well, the guy wants, that's how he wants it. So if they've got the money and they're prepared to pay for it, just say yes. You're not ripping them off, you're just giving them what they want. Because that was the other thing, there were various people all saying, oh fuck me, if you're putting a board in that size with that many circuits, you're just fucking robbing him. You're not. You know, if the customer wants it, just let them have it. Don't question it. You know, not all customers want a dual RCD board with 6 circuits. I've got to clip all this down, but I just want to get all these circuits in first and then I can fuck around with that afterwards, which is why they're all loose if anyone's wondering.